and welcome to the map Babylon. Joining me here, the viewer, the hero who submitted this game, this wonderful story. It is the Red Terran, Great Oz. And his Terran opponent in the bottom right here, landing with the blue SCVs, it is Buddy Richard. Don't let the name fool you. Do not be confused, ladies and gents. Buddy Richard is anything but our buddy today. Great Oz. In the past, many of the games that Mr. Oz has sent me have been, let's go with choice emotional games. He's a fan of causing chaos. I would not hesitate to call Oz an agent of chaos on the ladder. And it appears that this game is no different. And as many of you know, we all respond to chaos differently. Some people choose to, shut down, get tight-lipped and calm and panic in their own way. They don't want to deal with anything. They just try and avoid the stress. Other people, though, very specifically Diamond Terrans, tend to lash out and unleash all that beautiful sodium chloride that is living within their veins. Okay, I think that's a good enough intro. So Oz doing a Proxy 2X Marine play here. Buddy coming out with the Reaper, building a bunker on the high ground. We have a bunker on the low ground, and SCV's pulled already. 3 Marines are out. Some good stutter step coming out from Oz here. He's backing up to the barracks. More Marines coming out. Defensive reinforcements. The Reaper. Oh, the Reaper very low. SCV's going to get the job done here. Marine spawns behind the barracks, which actually makes him incredibly safe. The bunker. That's a lot of SCVs. Can he do it? He gets to the bunker. The Marine is safe, which means this defense is now a lot more complicated. If you cannot stop the bunker, Oz bringing the barracks. I was going to say you do have an advantage of high ground, potentially, but Oz going to negate that immediately by bringing one of the barracks over. So instead, the play might just be vacate, get rid of your buildings at the top of the ramp. Oz gonna help Buddy out with that, of course. And behind this, you know Oz. He's no fool. He's not just some Silver League guy coming out here and doing a proxy, right? He's expanding behind this. He's getting the factory. He's getting some buildings. The barracks has begun its long journey home. Although, not as long as if it was an Overlord, because for some reason, Overlords without their speed upgrade do in fact go slower than flying buildings. It's because the Terrans strap jetpacks to everything and call it creativity, right? Alright, so Oz, the Proxy Rex, is done. Buddy dealt with it, let's go with reasonably. He lost the depot. He did lose an in-progress depot. Only 5 SCVs. Granted, 5 SCVs. This is a mirror match. So, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. The real question is, will the SCV production continue as the game progresses? Buddy is only down 2 SCVs right now. 2 to 3. He's not actually making any right now, so, that's that's a problem. You should keep making SCVs, especially since you have a command center on the way. What am I doing? I'm trying to help these people. Going out of my way to try and help. Alright. Oz expansion has landed, becoming an orbital. Buddy's doing the same thing. He's getting the gas going. He says, I really need my Vespine. Okay. Factory producing siege tanks, and dare I say, things may calm down for the moment. Now, why did I start off the intro with "Do not be fooled"? Buddy is not our buddy in this match. Why would I say that? That would be because Oz gave me a little bit of a warning with this match. He said that Mr. Buddy here loses it. Hacks, accusations, raging, salt flowing forth like a river. And I do not know how much of it is in-game. I did get a couple screenshots of some chats after the game that I cannot comfortably share, but just rest assured, Mr. Buddy here, he's feeling it. He's feeling the pressure, the weight of the ladder down upon him. He said, God, I just got into the game. I was gonna play a TvT, and this dirty fusion core building red Terran over here does a proxy build. Oh. Going for a contain? A no Viking contain? You walk those Marines up a ramp. You have never played Zerg, have you? No, Oz, don't shoot the rocks. Yeah. What's going on up here? Reaper in the mineral line. Have any SCVs actually been killed off? Actually, yeah, some SCVs were killed off. Reaper getting some kills. Liberator was getting some kills. The distraction at the front base, distracting both myself and Oz here. Oz gonna have to land a couple Vikings. Is gonna be able to deal with the Reaper, although more just shooing him towards the siege tanks. Oh, the Viking chase. You waddle. The landed Viking waddle. The scan. 4 siege tanks. Just a few Marines. I don't think you can push this. Yeah, I don't think you can push that. Just pack it up. Bring it home. Be content with the damage you got done. A total of 13 SCVs killed off. Now you know a couple of those were over here for the proxy build. But suffice to say, some damage was done. Buddy not willing to just take it the entire match. He's gonna give a little punch back. But Oz, a master of the battle cruisers, he's readying that battle cruiser sized punch back. Landed the 3rd base. No 3rd CC yet for Mr. Richard, or Mr. Buddy here. Not quite done, not quite landed. There are some Liberators here for the Blue Terran. Oz going with pretty much strictly tank Viking battle cruiser, which is a very good, very strong TvT composition. The problem is you have to get there. It's a little slow to open up. Battle cruiser number 1, almost here. Now would have been a really good time to push as the Blue Terran. If the 3rd base is just getting set up, there's not yet a battle cruiser in play. And unfortunately, with the arrival of the battle cruiser, one of two things is going to happen. Either these Marines are going to get toasted by the cruiser, or Oz is going to send it across to the other side of the map and wreak some havoc over there. The siege tank drop into the main base. Siege tanks, though, of course, not quite effective versus battle cruisers, although he is getting a fair amount of damage done in the meantime. Oz choosing not to lift the buildings is going to lose a couple. Starport add-on, barracks. Will it burn? Get out of the way. Yes, it burns. What's going on over here? Liberators wrapping around the left side. The siege tank push here. This is nowhere near enough air forces to actually challenge. Buddy going in with the Liberators again. He's getting the damage done. It's a little slow on the reaction time. They're not quite seeing the damage come in. The battle cruiser can definitely handle all this. There's SCVs here. Talk about some scary work conditions, unsafe work conditions. What, you run out of Marines? Now that was actually quite damaging. Losing a fair amount of SCVs, losing the third base position. He did keep the CC alive though. Respectable. And now it feels like they're both a little more even, actually. Additional factories coming up. Buddy, going for the Magfield Cyclone play. He is getting Vikings too, though. So it's not going to be a no Viking TvT play. We're not dealing with Byun here. Who just says, give me some Stimpaks and some tanks. Call it good. God, Cyclones. If only they had Magfield. If they had Magfield, they may have actually destroyed the CC. God bless, are they gonna do it anyways? No, they're not gonna do it quite anyways. That refinery, that's allowed to live. Oz does repair the CC. Will not burn. Cyclones. Battle mech. No wonder Zergs get so upset about it, right? The composition. Buddy here opting, it's not a no Viking play, it's a no siege tank play. Going for Viking Cyclone Marine. But he is going up into more factories, so potentially some siege tanks, potentially some mech units. And personally, I'm not even sure how much you want to lean into siege tanks, given that Oz is actively building battle cruisers. It's like, yeah, they're still helpful, but going for things like Viking Liberator, honestly, just going up into Sky Terran might be the play. That might be the choice. We've reached the macro phase. Indigos, they're taking their macro turns. Everybody's getting those upgrades that they really care about. We're getting high-sec auto tracking over here. Although we did get building armor first. Yes, of course. Oz getting the Yamato. Oz rally points, cruisers. What's the cruiser count up to? 3. Viking count even at 10. Currently, upgrades are now coming out. Getting those mech upgrades. Siege tanks. 11 siege tanks for Oz. Jeez. Like I said, Viking tank battle cruiser. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. Just until somebody moves out. Macro turns, of course. We're getting drilling claws. Really? Drilling claws? Are you making widow mines? No. Widow mines, of course, optional. We don't need widow mines to actually have drilling claws be effective. No. Wouldn't want that. Instead, we're gonna... Yeah. Is hack good? Is hack good? I know you're trash. Here we go. Here's the real meat. Meat of the replay. This is what we're here for. Fortunately for you, Oz coming in with the slap. Well, thank you for not actually spelling that swear word. I don't have to go out of my way to censor it now. Perfect. Just gonna let you guys enjoy the... Oz does have a point there. If you get called a hacker, if you get called a smurf, and you're not, that's a compliment. Take it as a compliment, guys. The other person is smitten with anger and fury at you. Okay, Oz. Really? Begun the scan wars have. He's checking for bases. My opponent's talking. One of two things usually happens when your opponent's talking. Either they're building hidden bases in the corners of the map, or they're building cannons in your natural. And I don't think there's any cannons going on in a TvT. Is that it, really? Is that all we get in-game? Oh boy. Alright. Oz has been accused of hacking. What do you guys think? Do you think Oz is a hacker? Or do you think he's just very strategic and understands the value of, oh, I don't know, actually having tanks in siege mode at your expansion? He's taken down the rocks. Oz has reached the maxed out, roughly, area. 195. Battle cruiser count up to 6. 16 siege tanks. My god. And what do we have on the other side? We have 15 Vikings, which is not nearly enough. We have 2 Liberators, which is also not nearly enough. Yeah, we're getting some Thors. Thors could be good. Thors could be helpful. You know, if there wasn't 16 siege tanks in play. I love the scouting barracks. Some people build depots. Some people build sensor towers. No. I'm gonna put barracks out there. And the missile turrets galore. A natural move, though, because there's battle cruisers in play. These Marines do not have shields, they do not have stim, and they have no hope against this army. Eradication of the base. Oz really just has to be careful with his movements here. Yeah. Do not send the battle cruisers and the Vikings in without siege tanks support. As long as you keep some of the siege tanks in siege mode, you can't really be caught off guard. Here we go, alright. Vikings doing battle, battle cruisers soaking the shots for the Vikings. The Viking count in favor of Buddy Richard for right now. But the battle cruisers really do change the game. Oh, good, Yamato's onto the Thors. The siege tanks did their job, which means now the air forces can do their job. The army is wiped. Hey, there was a Widow mine. Didn't even kill the Viking. Ooh. I'm gonna have to censor that one. Jeez. Okay then. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Now you gotta make Alaric do some editing work. Couldn't just leave the game. No, you gotta make me do extra work too. Great. Alright. GG. Well earned. Well played by Mr. Oz. Really, it took some time to get all those pieces together, get the tanks, the Vikings, the cruisers, but when it all came together, everything worked magnificently. The tanks eradicated the ground forces, the battle cruisers soaked a bunch of shots for the Vikings, and eventually, Oz wins the day. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a great day.